Okay, let's make a melody. My buddy sent me this recording of him playing stuff on a guitar with a bunch of effects. So let's listen to it for a second. I've already listened to So it's like a very ambient, like guitar sound, but with all kinds of like weird delay and effects. I think I like it pitched up. I think it mostly repeats, so I think what I'm gonna do is, I might come back and change it. Just cut it here. I want to pitch this up even more and then put halftime on it. See what it sounds like. So in case you don't know, every 12 semitones is an octave, and if you pitch something up or down an octave, it's essentially going to sound the same, just at a higher or lower pitch. So it's a This sounds kind of cool, actually. This doesn't sound like a guitar anymore at all. Okay, I think I like this, but I think I want it to like change the second half. Well, that I think I like the second half of this better. I might just repeat it. Kind of thing. Okay, now I think I want to find other sounds. I don't think I want a guitar. Let me just put some notes down just to make sure I don't want a guitar. Okay, so let me change the instrument now. Oh, that's kind of cool. Just as like a repetitive little... I bet. Okay, so I saw this online recently. Well, this is actually something else I learned recently. If you change the color of something, you can pitch bend stuff, but only with those particular colors. So if I change this to the same color as that one, it will only pitch bend this note up to that one. This note isn't going to get changed. So let's see what this sounds like. Maybe I do want all of them being pitched up. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that. Ooh, I think I want this to be shorter so that it like slides up faster. Here we go. And then I think I want this half to change. So when I'm looking for stuff to change, I'm looking at where the notes are and like where they could be placed. So I'm noticing these are notes that are right on top of each other. So I probably want them to stay right on top of each other. I have something similar going on up here, but that's only happening once, so I can probably get away with changing that pattern. So let's move it down so that these are still notes that are on top of each other, but in scale. So I'm just going to move it up or down. Let me go up until these are on top of each other again. And then I just need to look at the other notes that are out of key. So these are out of key, so I can move them up or down. Let me just move them down, and let's see what this sounds like. Here we go. I think I want to add some delay, reverb, and other effects to this. I think I want to automate the delay, actually. So instead of bringing the volume and cut down a lot like I normally do, I'm going to leave them a little bit higher. And then I'm going to automate it so that it only does that in the beginning. Maybe we can get kind of strange with this and automate the chorus as well and do it the opposite direction. So I don't actually know if this will sound good or not, but let's try it. So I'm going to copy the state of that one and paste it here. And then we just flip it vertically. And so now it's doing the opposite of what the other one's doing. So let's maybe bring it up a little bit. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the halftime. Except I think I want the halftime to be like turning on and off more often. May not sound good, but let me try it. Maybe I want it on like at the end of each phrase, but not at the beginning. So something like this. Let me scrap the halftime for the flute, because I think I'm doing too much. Oh, I know. Okay, so everything so far sounds very like soft and in the background. So now I think to finish the melody, I want to add something that's got like a hard sound to it, or like a tactile, like a strum, like a pluck, something that taps, like a bell, you know, something that has like a hard sound to it. So I might try and find a sound like that. So let's see if the Dream Bell from Citrus sounds any good. I'm sure it will, because it sounds good with like everything. So. Oh, that kind of worked perfectly, didn't it? So for the, I think it was the flutes or whatever instruments that I had up here, I panned some of the lower notes on the downbeats. So the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7. So I'm going to do the same on this one, except I'm going to pan the opposite direction. And that does a couple of things. So you can see the other one was panned this way, so now I'm panning this one the opposite direction. And one of the things it does is it makes it easier to hear the two different sounds and distinguish them from one another. So like you'll hear them both and you'll be able to go, oh, that's two different sounds, and you'll be able to tell them apart. Another thing that it can do is it can push your lower sounds. Like if you do this with the lower frequencies, on this pattern it doesn't matter because it's not like a chord stacked on top of each other. But if you do it with the lower frequencies, that can also help push your low frequencies in your mix out to the sides so that later on when you put your kick or your bass in mono, it doesn't have anything else competing with that space, This Dream Bell already has a whole bunch of reverb, delay, and other stuff on it, so I don't think I'm going to add anything to it. As far as the effects go, I've got everything going to the same mixer channel, and it's just EQ to make sure that there aren't any low frequencies in there. Limiter to make sure things don't get like too dynamic. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but as well as to make sure things are loud enough. And then individually, I kind of processed them already, so most of the effects have already been put on them before I consolidated them. So I think these just have some EQ on them, and that's it. So.